Right, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video we'll be looking at another Skylords Reborn community map and Expedition South, and I'll be playing the map on Experts solo on position 1. And if you're new to this community map series, you can take a look at the top right where there are some of the ratings that I will rate for the community maps, and I will also give my reasons on why I've given such a score for this map. For an Expedition South, I will rate the playability as 7.5 out of 10. Playability is a lot on the map objectives and some of the gameplays. And for the map design and storyline, I'll rate it at a 6.5 because for the storyline I don't really see much dialogue for it, and I'm not very sure on like how this came about, on like what am I trying to achieve in this campaign. And lastly, for challenge, I'll be rating this as a 4.5, and I'll let you know why I've rated so high for this, and also partially because while playing this I was slightly annoyed. At the same time, it was very challenging, especially if you're playing this on solo. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. I'll be letting you know on some of the criterias along the way, and it's a very long run from me. I think this is my second attempt. However, I didn't really use a specific deck for this map because I kind of forgot what happened in this game, so I had to play another similar-ish generic PvE deck that I have. So at the beginning of an Expedition South, we have some of the frost units that are attacking the fire units, and for this map your main enemies are fire units and the twilight units, which you can see at the F over here, the objective F. I've not played the position 2 for this map, so I'm not very sure what the position 2 is trying to achieve, or if it is easier than position 1. I might have shot myself in the leg because position 1 might be stronger. Later on you'll see in the game as to why I think so. So at the beginning I will summon an army of Wind Weavers, mainly because there's a lot of melee units in this. At the start of the game, there are like strikers, enforcers, nomads all around, so having ranged units is a lot better, coupled with ensnaring roots. The first little base isn't much of an issue, or rather the entire first base isn't an issue, because later on there will be some aspects of summer that will be summoned, and that really is the whole bulk of the challenge of this game for the first close to 30 to 40 minutes. I'm not very sure if I could do better. If I'm definitely sure that I could do better or run this map quicker if I had deck specifically to target this map. But for a start, having a generic deck to play this map is pretty tough, and I'm sure for beginners, solving this map is really quite difficult. So I'll speed up the first part because the first part is nothing much, just take down the base, nothing particularly difficult. Here it comes an aspect of summer. Yes, this looks like Viridia. However, this is the stronger version of the aspect of summer. Once it reaches the fire altar, it will change into crazy strong magma hurler, where it can not only does it throw the magma balls, but the magma balls, if it hits any ground units or building, it will cause an explosion, dealing 400 damage more for each of those balls, those fireballs thrown. So at the beginning I will be building quite a bit of towers to protect my base. You can't have units to protect it because my Wind Weavers will just all die because of the explosion. Let me show you. Magma Master. The fiery impact is the killer of this unit. Basically it will just, there's mini. It's kind of like a mini eruption along with the magma balls. So each time the magma balls come is magma balls plus eruption and eruption. Yeah, as you can see, is pretty insane. The animation is something like a lava field. Yeah, it's basically every attack there is a lava field or eruption. And the reason why I think position 1 might be tougher is because I'm not entirely sure if position 2 over here would receive the magma master or the aspects of summer, the summer aspect. Yeah, if it doesn't, then position 2, I would think it would be a lot easier. Also, later on in the game, there will be more and more aspects of summer that will be summoned. I think at one point there could be 4 or 5. Unless you kill them quickly, then I think the spawns would be slightly slower. Yeah, I think they spawn at different parts of... Yep, they spawn at different areas of the map. So what I'm thinking is that position 2 might not receive the brunt of the aspects of summer, but they only get the attack from the aspects of summer when they try to clear off the base. So that would be the tough part for position 2. Yeah, and this probably goes on for a good 30 minutes. What I did here was to gather power and get my mountaineers going because they have siege to destroy the walls, the rocket tower, this mini base, and get my third monument. Later on, after my third monument, there is another issue, which is the base, the fire altar, which has a lot of units, and later on there will be a lot more fire units that will come by, so it's pretty tough. Yeah, so this will go on for quite a long time. I have to slowly make my way up to the base and retreat whenever those magma masters come down to attack my base. There's a lot of back and forth, very annoying, very tedious. It takes a long time for me to clear that base. As you can see, I have to quickly rebuild my towers, and yeah, if not, I will probably lose the game. As you can see, I've nearly kind of like lost my position over there, and if all my towers get destroyed and there's another magma master, probably I will lose the game. Yeah, and of course wind rivers are still important because there are the sky fire drakes. My mountaineers can't attack air units. Of course I have aggressors, but aggressors don't really have very good damage, so I will save them for later, where I'm able to knock back those large fire units. Yeah, so this is just a lot of back and forth. Let me just fast forward this. Yeah, so this really will go on and on and on until I get rid of this gateway of fire where some of the units spawn. However, once I get rid of it, I think stronger units will spawn at the later bases. I think Vulcans will start spawning instead. But I know that I have gathered quite enough power to quickly run this small base. Yes, the 2 Vulcans, and get rid of the buildings, have my monument built. And as you can see here, I have my world beast right at the end so that it will not attract any fire units. Then I will secretly build the monument, however it will attack this blaster cannon and attract some of the units, so I have to summon some tier 3. But the good news is I have tier 3 and I can kind of destroy the base a lot quicker. Also, I have Mo as my tier 3, so the magma masters aren't a super big issue now because it has L counter and really large amount of health, so pretty tanky for Mo. Yep, I've changed my towers to the Hammer 4 because the Hammer 4, the Green Affinity has the ability to heal your unit, so I'll just summon 1 Silverwind Lancers in front and just have it camp at the top so that it will just continue regenerating. The Magma Masters will target my Silverwind Lancers instead of my towers. Yeah, so continuously have Mo and Silverwind Lancers as my tier 3 unit to push to destroy the base ahead. Again, to take not as long as what is to happen later. The top priority here is to achieve the objective of F, destroy the fire altar. So what happens when you destroy the fire altar is that it will stop the spawning of the aspect of summer, so they will not spawn anymore and they will not turn into magma masters that will continuously attack your base. Yeah, I pushed my defenses up high so that I'm able to kill off the aspects of summer quicker. And let me just fast forward. I'm trying to build an army up to destroy the base. It's quite a huge base. Yeah, my priority is the fire altar so that it will stop spawning. However, the issue with this base is that it's really strong. There's a lot of twilight units, and on top of that there are 3 aspects of summer, which you can see the stats here is insane. Every 5 seconds 200 damage, 20 seconds inferno, every 20 seconds you get an inferno targeted at your unit. So very strong unit there. It's like a mini boss. And what happens now that you have destroyed the fire altar is that over here these spawning camps will summon these units, the magma fiend, ember strike, giant slayer. That's only the first wave. I think there's 2 spawning camps, so there are 2 different types of units that will spawn. Yes, the second one is the juggernaut, virtuoso, skyfire drake, thunderer, boom brothers. On top of having some twilight units left, the aspects of summer, you have an additional fire unit squad. So over here I would take another 10 to 15 minutes or so, because I honestly don't really have the right cards to counter a lot of the units. I only could use the Curse of Oink to stop the fire units from attacking, and yeah, that is a pretty bad attempt of me. I just wanted to quickly kill off, but summoning a small army is worse off, so it's better for me to have a larger army. And I will also build more towers later on so that it's able to tank some damage and also heal my units for the hammer for the green affinity. Of course, my first target now would be to destroy or kill off the aspects of summer, because it's the main damage dealer for this entire army. Yeah, so let me just kill the aspects of summer. And pyromaniac, very strong tower. Yeah, and this is pretty good. I've killed all the aspects of summer, so now it's the final push to finish off the fire units, which is pretty easy with the help of some towers. I also ran out of charges for a lot of my units, so the only way is to have towers to help my small army to defeat the fire units. And yes, finally I have tier 4 full of tier 4 units charges, which helps me to quickly clear off some bases. Yeah, very easy. I have my tier 4 units, finish off the base, and to destroy both volcanoes, basically objective B. Yep, so I have to destroy this volcano, which has 10,000 health, very tanky. And I have to get rid of the spawning camps as well, but I got distracted and I decided to destroy the volcano first. Yeah, and once you destroy a volcano, move your troops back, because when the volcano is destroyed, you rain down inferno. So what I'm trying to do now is that I want my units to build a hammer force so that I don't have to waste so much charges on my regrowth. Can save some charges from the final boss, which is Abaddon, 50,000 health. But the issue is that this is a bacterial and it can single-handedly destroy my armies. I definitely need a lot of moving around flying units to prevent it from attacking, from destroying my army. Having melee units is disadvantageous. And if you were to see, I'm quickly dealing with the volcano so I can finish off the boss. And now it's time to kill the boss. However, there's 2 things that made this difficult. First is that there are a lot of twilight whisperers and they blind my units, so my flying units are unable to use ranged attacks. I have to get rid of them first. The second issue is that once I am attacking Abaddon, there will be a horde of Twilight units that will spawn. The issue is the Twilight Hawk, Twilight Dragon, and the Twilight Horrors. Twilight Horrors paralyzes my flying units. Twilight Hawk has the XL counter, and Twilight Dragon is basically a very strong unit. So this took a while. I have to kill off some Twilight units before attacking Abaddon. Get rid of the surrounding buildings as well. Yeah, and the reason why this took very long and is very annoying is because I made a mistake forgetting that it is a bacteria and it has huge area damage because of the rage attack. As you can see, yep, the rage is insane, dealing damage to any units around it. Oh wait, Abaddon has Purgatory, so it deals 100 damage no matter where the units are, and coupled with that is the rage, so I can never have any units close to Abaddon for a long time, which makes it very difficult. I have to keep moving my units around, escaping and coming back again. And because my army died, I have no choice but to wait for my units to regain the charges, which takes 2 minutes I think, or 1.5 minutes for one Lost Spirit ship or giant wimp. Yeah, so this took a while, a lot of back and forth, and the final boss still has 38,000 health now. But after that I kind of figured out a trick, which is to lure the Twilight Horrors first, and the Twilight Dragons will always attack my units no matter where they go, and they also kind of like, the Twilight Dragon always stays at this area, so it's far away from the final boss. So that's a very good thing. I can just lure it away and attack all the annoying Twilight units. And as you can see, I got Unholy Hero. Though it kind of like damages my friendly unit more, but the extra damage buff really helps to take down the final boss quickly. Yeah, so I think 20,000 health, probably 2 more back and forth. This will be the second last one, and then I will have my last back and forth later on. 11,000 damage for this. So one final push and I'll win this game. Yeah, and as you can see, why I really like the objective is that there's quite a bit of challenge. The map design is pretty good. It has a lot of the fire altar fields, a lot of fire units. However, as you can see from the game, there's not much of a storyline. For challenge, at the beginning there's a lot of magma masters. You have to figure out how to push your units to destroy the bases while having to be attacked by crazy magma creatures. Though this map has been annoying the crap out of me, but it is indeed quite fun. The only thing lacking is a little bit of the storyline. I really love the map design and the objective, the challenge as well. So if you guys want to try this map, do go ahead to the community map tab. If this is too difficult to play on solo, you can try to play with your friends. It's a 2-player map. And I'll see you guys again real soon.